So once more we enter within, renewing our connection to the source within, growing ever stronger, ever more powerful, day by day, as we release and let go of more and more of the density, something we've held on to for so long, but we know it is no longer needed, and we all have such an urge to leave behind the shadow and to move into the light, the lightness of being, the freedom of being, and to create the beautiful new world that we want for us all. So we choose light, we choose love, we choose joy, we choose peace. So whenever we are agitated, we choose peace and allow the energy of peace to enter us. Whenever we are sad, we choose joy and allow joy to enter in. So we are gaining a certain amount of self-mastery, able to shift our frequency, able to change our moods. And if you look back in time, you will remember those times when you were stuck in negativity and had no power at all to move yourself out of it. So we have all come a long way. And our reality is constantly shifting for us into a more and more positive view. So let us now return once again to the being within and to our openness to the divine flow, which has been transforming us for some time, consciously or unconsciously. But we are the ones that are working consciously to accelerate our evolution, to expand our consciousness, and to move back into the oneness. So as we come together in our circle, renewing our connection to each other, we find ourselves within the crystal temple, surrounded by Arcturian blue light, a crystal in the center of the temple, and we allow ourselves to rise up into the consciousness of this crystal temple in the higher realm. We feel it, sense it, visualize it, or imagine it. And as we spend a few minutes here, it becomes more perceptible, more tangible, as our frequency is gradually raised for us to match the frequency of this crystal temple. You feel the consciousness of the crystal temple is the merged consciousness of many Arcturians holding this space for us. And as they are able to raise our frequency higher, as our spiritual light quotient increases, so they raise the frequency of the crystal temple. The body needs to relax to allow higher light to enter, and the more you relax, the more light you can hold. And as the energy flows through our circle, each one is uplifted by the other. As the energy expands within you, it expands through the circle. And you can feel how the energy of consciousness is in oneness. The Arcturians, of course, are completely in oneness with us. It requires that you greet them as an equal, for you to be able to feel in oneness with them. For any feelings of not being good enough or feeling beneath them will block you from coming into oneness with them. As you allow this merging to take place, it's very comforting, very loving, and very expansive. And as you enter in more deeply, it is impossible to feel loneliness. So allow yourselves this merging of consciousness through your higher mind and through your high heart. Such an expansion is taking place within your consciousness, within your reality, your perception of reality. as these higher dimensional experiences become even more real for you than your 3D life. And yet, it is not separate. As it enters into the third dimension, it enhances, enriches, beautifies life, and your appreciation of all that life upon earth offers you. And gratitude begins to be experienced within your heart. And gratitude facilitates a further opening within the heart. So let us look into the crystal now. A huge etheric crystal upon a lake, shining so brilliantly as we all gaze into it with our third eye. As we do so, it becomes more and more brilliant, and we become aware of the consciousness within this crystal. For the temple masters are transmitting to you through this crystal energy. You are simply required to rest and to receive as you focus upon the crystal, and the most beautiful transmissions begin to flow into you. You need not know what they are. They transmit to you higher knowledge, activations for your DNA, and of course, as always, healing. Your own light grows, your aura blazing with gold and white light. And your frequency is rising and rising, until you find it's the highest frequency you are able to hold. and to experience where this light is within you, where the light travels to. And as you receive these transmissions, allow the light to move to all areas of your body and aura. To simply breathe it in. Shift your perception of self from any feelings of inadequacy to feeling strength and power as a divine being. Now, into this crystal comes the consciousness of Venus and the beings of Venus as the crystal turns a golden rose pink. And the consciousness of Venus invites you to connect to her. As you allow the energy of your heart to flow towards her consciousness from within this crystal. Venus sends back her love to you. You simply allow the connection to be made. And for this rose gold, rose pink light to surround you. Venus is filling the whole of the crystal temple with her light. You simply allow the flow between you. As your aura and body are filling with this golden rose pink light. And It is as if you remain motionless before it. Softening any harshness around your heart and merging with the gentleness She invites you also to gaze out through the temple to her planet Venus, from where she is also projecting to you. And there are many Venusian beings sending their love to you at this moment. It is divine love, containing much beauty. And we relax in the temple. And as we receive more and more, we feel bliss and peace. As with their love, they send the ray of peace. And they now intensify the love that they radiate to us. And they send us images of how they live their life, how they enjoy their life. And we visualize living this way upon the earth. And we send this vision to Gaia and invite her to join us. And now she receives with us from Venus. All that we receive, she receives. And she also receives our visions. And together with the feeling of this divine love and beauty, we also send our vision out to humanity and all life. And this golden pink light of love and all that is divine and beautiful moves through the entire planet and surrounds the entire planet and atmosphere. And we hold Gaia in our hearts. It is by sending love that you receive more love. And there is no limit to how much love you can receive and how much love you can send. As the body becomes simply a vessel for the divine to work through. So your hearts continue to fill, to expand with rose pink light. together with the golden light. And you rest ever more deeply as you let go ever more. Until you are totally surrendered. And through this surrender, you enter into the flow of the Divine Self working through you. A surrender to love. A surrender of the lower self to the higher self, as we accept into our consciousness my higher self, at one with Source. As once again I become one with Source, and nothing else remains. And I am divine love, divine light, eternally present in oneness with Source. I have released all my barriers, all resistance. Take a few more moments to enjoy this transmission until you have received as much love and light from Venus and your own multidimensional self as you are able to hold. And when you should feel ready, you simply open your eyes with a new experience of self.